Yeah, that song.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome into the 815 Sports Podcast, Wednesday's episode here. We got Lucas Shurisky filling in for Travis Sember. Wasn't able to hop on tonight, but he will at a later date this year. Jake and I, Lucas, very excited for another Week 10 picks. Another chance for DraftKings to get my money because, I never hit a parlay. So don't follow any of the picks that I, make if you want to win money. And probably the same thing for Lucas, too, because
I win a lot.
Yeah, that's a lie. Jake, you win a lot?
Fade cold.
No, I would win 0. I never win.
You did hit that one parlay,
I
though.
did hit a big parlay, yep.
Was it
How
like
much
Pete
was it?
Alonso? Like
Uh,
$5 for $5 grand?
No,
Alonso
it's
Flores?
$10 to win. I won $5
Yeah,
grand. No, it was
what?
for the Cubs game.
Yeah.
Like not this summer, the last summer. It's crazy. But
Do you still bet?
no, not a lot after that.
Smart.
Hit once, it's
Well,
like, I'm
10
done.
bucks.
That's a good idea.
How many
$10.
legs was it?
Huh? I think it was an 8-leg parlay. I don't remember
Like
the
homers
exact.
and stuff?
Four players had to hit home run. The under and
That's
runs, the
wild.
Cubs money line. Oh yeah, it was totally like.
That's a Cubs fan parlay.
He got
right
posted
there.
on Barstool Sports after that, too,
That's pretty sweet.
because he, flipped out,
Yeah, it was
classic
pretty cool.
Jake, but the
Oh, yeah.
podcast doesn't get to see that much. But we'll hop in. This is finally a good Thursday night football game. The Bengals, they really have no defense, so I expect Baltimore to shred them, especially Derrick Henry in the run game. Baltimore is favored by 6 at home. They look really well. They just got Deontay Johnson. And, Cincinnati's still fighting for a playoff spot. I think they'll end up getting one. And I think Baltimore is going to – I think they're going to end up
Baltimore and
dethroning Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh
by the end of the year
Yeah.
and winning the North. But, Jake, I'll let you go ahead and pick this game first.
I like the Ravens. I think they're the better. I think they're the better team. I also think with them being at home is going to play a
What up,
big
Drake?
factor. So I'm going to take the Ravens, even though the Bengals, they're just so up or down.
Yeah.
What Cincinnati Bengal team are you going to get? And like you said,
Chase Brown.
their defense is very feeble.
They're 4-5.
Chase Brown. Oh, they're 4-5. So yeah, like I said.
Oh, did you see the Bears running back? Did they get him?
Who?
Oh, yeah, they did.
Khalil Herbert?
Yeah.
Joe Burrow said he's going to give him a touchdown this week.
But
I might take that.
No,
I got the Ravens, so.
I agree.
Yeah, I got the Ravens too. They got a much better defense than Cincinnati. Like I said, Derrick Henry should eat this game. Lamar's a stud. Joe Burrow's a stud too, but when you have no defense, it's going to be hard to come back from that. But I hope Chase Brown is another great game. But I got Baltimore in this, and I don't think I'd touch the -6, but I'd touch money line. Lucas?
I agree with Baltimore money line. I like the under. I think Baltimore will just control the pace with Derrick Henry.
You think he goes for $150 and 2 tuds?
No way.
No way.
No.
I
said that about Christian Watson 2 weeks ago.
I think he's going to.
He had
Well,
like one catch.
well, it was rainy, and
You can't compare
love
those
to
two.
make some great decisions.
You
But I
would
agree
think
with
with
you.
Henry that they would be able to control the game because he's a monster.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're every
At
time
30 years old,
But,
still doing
but
it.
you look at their scores and they're so high scoring because
Yeah.
they can't stop them. So two runs and they're already in
Yeah. Their
Field
defense
goal
sucks this year, don't they? I'm pretty sure.
the Ravens.
Yeah.
It's not that good. They've won a lot of shootouts.
Yeah.
It's better than the Bengals, though.
They've also lost 2
Right.
very bad games.
But Thursday, Cincinnati, they need it.
Drake Crawford calling for Super Bowl predictions. Not even after the Thursday night game.
Lions.
Drake, I'm going to say the Lions over the Chiefs in a tight one.
You got to pick the Chiefs until they're dethroned. So that's who I'm
That's true.
picking.
Jake's a
to
huge
win it.
Swiftie.
I think I'm going to become a Chiefs
The
fan.
blonde hair.
I really think I'm going to become a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I can't take the pain, misery, and suffering of being a Miami Dolphin fan much longer. But
You
we'll
could
see.
use
You
some
put
rubber
up
out
you
here.
put up with the for what 27 years now,
27 years. There's been a lot of bad.
and a Cubs fan, and a Bulls fan, and you like the Illini. You
The
listen.
Lions good though. I mean, that's
Yeah, they're good. I'm just talking about straight championships.
Yeah, well, the Blackhawks have won 3 in my lifetime.
Yeah.
The Cubs won 1. I've seen championships, but it's just the consistency isn't good.
Yeah, the Lions are favored. I would say the Lions are probably
Lions
favored.
or
They're the best
Chiefs.
team in the NFL.
I don't know how they'd be favored. How do you not the Chiefs?
because they put up 50 points on one team and
The
30.
Titans,
What they put on the Packers last year?
24 to 14.
Yeah, but that game
that felt like a blowout. I'm not gonna lie.
It did. The rain. It rains. Terrible game. Muddy. Terrible.
All right, well, let's travel across the
weather.
world here. Germany, New York Giants at Carolina. They're favored by 6.5.
Well, you said Germany, so technically it's not.
Well, Carolina's the home team. Sorry, Jake. Thanks. I got the Giants in this one. I mean, Carolina is coming off like I wasn't expecting them to beat the Saints, but the Giants. I don't know. Daniel Jones looks okay sometimes. Neighbors is back healthy. I like the rookie running back Tracy. Jake, what about you? What do you think?
I like the Giants as well in this game over the Carolina Panthers. As you know, I've picked the
2-7.
Giants many of times this year, and the Giants have absolutely let me down. But I'm going to take them in this game. I just think they're better than Carolina. They're more fundamental. This does not mean by any means that the Giants are a good football team.
I.
So, with that being said, I'm going to take the Giants over the Panthers.
I agree with that. Lucas?
I'm gonna ride with Carolina. Bryce Young's been getting hot.
Yeah.
He's had some late quarter drives recently, and I don't care who it is. I'll never bet on Daniel Jones.
No, you can't.
Never
You
will.
can't ever bet. No, the Giants, since what's his name got their head coach,
The ball?
Brian DeBall.
They do beat bad teams though.
They can't win.
This Germany game is punishment for starting both world wars. Horrible matchup.
It is.
Well, first off, these overseas games should stop. They're stupid. I hate them. This is the NFL. Let's play it in America. Sorry. If they want to watch, they can watch.
This is a good game. I'd say Saturday night, just get really drunk so you're sleeping. You just gotta sleep in this game.
Like if you get up for this game, you have to really like.
Imagine like Sunday morning, like you're just
Hungover.
waking up. We got the Giants and the Panthers this morning. I gotta get out of bed. I gotta get ready.
Yeah. Here come
Here we
the
go.
Giants.
Got some bacon on the stove.
Over 12
Yeah.
hours of football.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. If you like football and you just want to watch, but
I don't have any fantasy players going in this game.
Well, I mean, who's going to have anybody in any of these games?
Neighbors. Drew Schmidt.
Chuba.
Yeah.
Have either of these teams, do you guys know, played there?
I'm not sure on
'Cause I
that.
know like the Jaguars play all the time, and
In London, yeah.
I know that
They're
the
good
Bucks
in
played.
Well, I don't
there.
think they've played many Germany games, right?
No.
These games are
this is in Germany.
Yeah.
These games
Right
in
there,
Germany
brother.
are very new.
Germany.
So,
Well, we'll get into the Chicago Bears against the New England Patriots. Bears at home, coming off what I would say is
Coming
kind
off
of
two
an
losses.
embarrassing loss last week. You got players walking off the field mid-play, which is just an embarrassment, and that falls on the culture that the Bears have there. And the play, I mean, you just can't do that as a player. And then I think it all stems just kind of flowing over from that loss to Washington. And you just kind of see the Bears falling apart. Now, I'm not saying New England's going to win this game, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if New England's right there, because the Bears just kind of seem like they're not together.
the Bears have a coaching cultural problem, okay? If you can't get the players to want to play and go out and play well, then that's on you as a coach. You got to put them in the right positions to succeed. And he can't do that. I think he's Bears fans. What's Eberflus on the road?
0-17.
I think he's
on
like.
Sundays. 0-17, seriously.
I mean, he can't win.
Or 18. I don't know if that was
The
before
Bears
or after.
can't win on the road, and I don't understand because,
Bears won't win another game all year. BMO.
well,
BMO, thanks for tuning in.
If it was anybody other than New England and the Bears weren't at home, I would agree. But I think I'm taking the Bears. I think they get back. I think
You
they
like
get
the spread?
What's the spread?
6.5.
No. I think the Bears get back on track as far as winning, but I don't think their season gets back on track, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they
So I
got
feel they're going to win the game due to playing a very feeble team.
3 wins on the road for the Bears with Eberflus. That is pathetic.
That's terrible.
That is absolutely pathetic. He's been there for 3 years now? That's bad. I got Chicago in this one. New
I got the
England.
Bears, yeah.
New England's just not really a good football team. I think the
Well,
Bears are.
now-
I think the Bears, from a talent perspective, are a much better football
Yeah.
team. They just have to put it
Well,
together.
talent-wise, I mean, I would argue that we're better than Washington or Arizona too at every position. Now the quarterback position is up in the air, probably
I
not.
don't know.
But at every other position, I mean, they're right
Not
up there.
O-line.
Well, not
not
O-line. They've
quarterback.
never had an O-line.
I wouldn't
but
even give him receiver.
the wide
honestly.
receivers. No,
I'd take. It's hard to say because you got Caleb Williams throwing it, or you got Jalen who's balling right now.
I mean Swift. I mean,
Probably take
they've got.
Jalen.
I just feel like the guys are there.
Brian Robinson Jr.
dog.
Yeah, I don't know. Lucas,
I got Bears too, but I think this game makes or breaks their season.
Yeah.
if they lose this game, Chicago will be in
If you
shambles.
lose this
Yeah.
game, I don't know. I don't see how you win another
It's
game on your
coaching.
schedule.
Like, yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Because we said earlier in the season, the Bears don't play a division opponent until after this week, right?
Yeah, then
And
you
now
got
they-
like 4 in a row.
Now they've got they've at least 3 in a row.
And all the NFC North teams are pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where do you get wins at, Bears fans, if you can't beat New England?
And I did read, now this might just be rumors, but I did read that if the Bears lose this game, Eberflus
I
probably fired.
100% think if
They've
this
been
game is
saying
even
that.
close, if like the Bears win on a game-winning field goal, I still think you can fire Eberflus.
Well, you probably should have fired him before the year.
I agree.
But we all got the Bears.
Let's see. Bills at Colts. Joe Flacco almost beat Minnesota last week, but he threw a few interceptions. Sam Darnold also threw a few interceptions. Really, the Colts aren't a terrible football team. They're kind of hanging around.
Like they always do.
I would say that the AFC South, I wouldn't say that it's wide open, but like if the Colts can get a little bit of something going, they could come and win that division. Because the Texans, and I'm not going to sit here and bash on them because I know Lucas likes them, but like their offensive
They
line.
can't win that.
Their
division.
offensive line is not great. Joe Mixon is balling. I'll give him that. Few wide receivers down. Stroud looks like a deer in
We're talking
headlights
about
this
Indy.
year. Yeah, sorry, we're talking about Indy. I got Buffalo in this one,
I got the Buffalo Bills as well, even though,
even without Keon.
I mean, the Dolphins took the Bills to the last
You're
play of the
right.
game. So I think Indianapolis can't win at home after seeing how the Bills play. Look, the Bills' defense isn't that good.
DeMar.
And
Adrian had a good game, didn't he, last week?
yeah, the Dolphins played well. The
Give it to
Dolphins have
Taylor.
played well since Tua's been back. They can't figure out how to win. But I'm just saying, I watched the Dolphins go into Buffalo and almost win. So Indianapolis should have a chance if they don't turn the ball over. And Joe Flacco's going to have the ball out. But I'm not taking the Colts. I'm just saying I think this could be a better game than maybe most people think.
Yeah.
Because the Bills I don't know they win, but man, they don't win like, oh man, the Bills killed this team.
Yeah.
Like they win.
But I got to give credit to Josh Allen in this regard. He's really cut down on the turnovers this
He's
year.
cut down on the turnover.
I mean,
yeah.
significantly.
He's a turnover machine
If he,
last
yeah,
year.
I could see it being them and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship
Could
game.
be.
But
Ravens will have something to say about that, I think.
we both got the Bills, Lucas.
I got Colts. 100%.
100% lock.
Underdog lock of the week. Keon's not
Upset
playing
week.
for the Bills, so they don't.
That's
Offense
huge.
is going to be in shambles. Amari still don't know what he's doing. I mean, can't give the ball to James Cook 30 times and expect to win. Colts underdog. They're going to figure it out this week. Joe
Big game
Flacco's
for
gonna
Taylor?
fling it. Big, huge game for Taylor.
I need it.
He-
Need it. And Josh Downs. Josh Downs is good when
100
Flacco's
plus
back there.
all-purpose yards. Indy.
All right. Next game, the Denver Broncos at the Kansas City Chiefs. Like Jake has said numerous times this year, Kansas City undefeated. I mean, they got a pretty good chance of winning out. I'm
How
going
about
to take.
the Broncos having to play at the Ravens and then at the Chiefs
Yeah.
back-to-back weeks? You
Yeah.
talk about brutal.
It's on the way back though, at least.
Yeah, they got demolished last week in Baltimore. But I tell you what, a hell of a catch by Bo Nix there in the end zone to get a receiving touchdown. But I'm going to take Kansas City in this one. Spagnuolo, as their defensive coordinator, they have a great defense in Kansas City. The Chiefs are starting to figure it out. Hopkins looks great there in Kansas City. He's been a big boost for their offense. I think that's going to continue. They're not going to get Pacheco back this week, probably not next week, but the week after you get him back, Kareem Hunt's playing really good football. That's going to be a 1-2 tandem that's pretty hard to defend against. And Travis Kelce's finally starting to do good. So I got Kansas City in
We
this
talk
one.
about the Chiefs, and I'm not picking against them, but I'm just saying, when they win, they don't win like they just find a way to win, right? Like they barely beat Tampa.
A beat up Tampa team.
They barely beat
Tampa.
they barely beat the Reds or the Jesus.
The
Christ.
Braves.
Atlanta.
Oh, the Falcons.
And Falcons in the dome. They don't win soundly. Like they don't win. The Chiefs don't win how they used to win. This year's been a little bit different. They find ways to win because they're the Chiefs and they got the best quarterback in the league.
And they win coin tosses.
They did
Baker
2
would've won
losses
that
if it
game.
wasn't for the refs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You good?
especially
You good, Jake?
Yeah, fucking Doug. But I got the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs money line. I don't spread. Don't know.
I tell you what, though, Bo
You
Nix has
can't-
looked pretty promising.
What's the point of taking? I mean, same as we were talking about the Super Bowl. You can't really pick against them until they lose.
Until they're dethroned. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
You got that.
Jeez.
Bo says if Trump was on the Bears, they would win the Super Bowl. I don't know.
I agree.
Trump.
Is he going to play left
Congratulations,
tackle?
Trump.
Let's see. Mitch Lucas. Interesting statistic for you guys. Every election since 1970, the Broncos have played 13 games on Sunday after the election and have won 12 of them.
I'm sorry, Mitch.
Definitely going to lose to the Chiefs, though. He says.
Mitch.
That's a good stat. Thanks,
a good
Mitch.
stat.
Mitch coming on the podcast next week. Shout out to him and Joe's Pizza.
The Chiefs are going to lose one of these
YMCA,
games.
Mitch.
Chiefs are going to lose one of these games, like if they keep screwing around and like.
Yeah, but
First off,
They can manage it.
Tampa Bay should have went for 2.
Yeah.
I think instead of playing for overtime.
What do they have to lose? Nothing. 4-5 now.
Yeah, I mean, right. Just go for 2. Like
Bo Nix is overrated.
Their defense can't stop anything. Let's see. Up next, we got the Falcons at the Saints. The Saints are in shambles. They just fired their head coach. The Falcons
Olave
have looked.
died.
Yeah, Derek Carr threw him into a bad rush
Shout out
there.
Michael Thomas.
Yeah, Michael Thomas was hating on him on Twitter. But like I said, Atlanta's looked really good. They dominated a bad Dallas team. Atlanta's going to make the playoffs. They're probably going to be a 2 or 3 seed behind the Lions. I got them beating New Orleans pretty handedly here. I can't believe it's only a 3.5 point spread. I like the Falcons in this one, and I don't think it's close.
I like Atlanta as well. I think Atlanta's a good football team, and like we've said in weeks past, I think they're a sleeper team that can win a game or 2 in the playoffs.
Mhm.
I do. So I got the Falcons over the Saints. What would that put them? Do we know their record?
Yeah, I got it right here.
They would. I think they'd be probably 3 or 4 games over 500, wouldn't they be?
Yeah, let me see. I got it right here. They are 6-3.
6-3.
Yeah, first in the division by 2 games.
Yeah,
They should win
they're
that
going to win the
division.
division.
Yeah.
So
I think their defense is underrated too. It hasn't really showed up this year, but their secondary is pretty good. I got Atlanta too.
Yeah. Big Bijan guys. Kyle Pitts. Been a Kyle Pitts believer for a while.
And
Hopefully.
Pitts had a bad week last week, so he's
Yeah,
due.
he's due.
We said that for 2 years.
Every weekend should be tight end day, and then they can all score 1 million touchdowns.
man, these games.
49ers at the Bucks.
CMC playing?
He's back at practice. I don't know yet the official, but
He shouldn't play.
I tell you what, the way Baker's been playing, I really want to pick Tampa Bay in this game. But I'm going to take the safe pick and take San Francisco to win on the road. The defense been looking pretty well for them. Like normal, and I mean, they're just so good. I mean, they got so many guys that can beat you. Debo, Kittle, if McCaffrey comes back. I mean, I got the Niners. And Tampa Bay's depleted, but man, Baker Mayfield's playing career ball this year.
After watching the Bucks play the Chiefs that good, man, it's just this game's hard. I think I'm gonna take Tampa Bay as an upset.
What did I say?
You got Tampa?
I think I'm gonna take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as an upset.
Jake riding the bake train. Trevor said in the comments, go Baker, and he also said that Lucas can't pick Houston because it'd be a biased pick. Lucas, who you got in this one?
San Fran.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
You think you big
Yeah.
Brock Purdy guy?
I think that game took a lot out of Tampa Bay. They are rolling, but
I just think they're coming in knowing that they almost beat Kansas City at home, knowing that basically they're playing for their season, at least division hopes, because Atlanta's going to go to 7-3,
yeah.
And if Tampa falls to 4-6, that would what they fall, right?
Yeah.
If Tampa falls to 4-6, you might. The division's probably not going to happen.
No,
I've
and
seen
they've
it.
already lost to Atlanta twice.
I seen a couple, or I can't remember what the player. One of the players was in an interview, and not just CMC, but that Dren Greenlaw was practicing. And I think
Oh yeah, he tore his ACL, didn't he?
but he's back practicing this week too. I think the morale of the team's just going to change, and they're going to absolutely dominate this week.
Yeah.
Get it together. Get hot.
I'll tell you what, if they end up, I mean, I think they're going to end up winning the division. I think the Cardinals will eventually, sizzle out. But imagine if you're the Lions in the second week of the playoffs, you got to play like the 6th seed or the 7th seed, and they're the Niners. I would not want to be the Lions.
No.
I would not want to be I don't care if you're at home. I would not want to be the Lions and play the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, they're a good team, experienced, loaded. I would not want to be in that situation.
I agree.
Yeah, Baker would be higher in the MVP combo. But also if the team, had like 6 or 7 wins. Like I don't think people are talking about Goff enough, and he's been balling out this year. Steelers at Commanders. This should be a pretty good game. Pittsburgh got a good defense. Russell Wilson's been playing really well.
Yeah,
Washington's defense is kind of, I want to say, up and down. But, man, I got a tough time wanting to pick against Jaden Daniels in this one, especially at home. I'll let you go first.
I'll take Pitt as you changed it. If that's what it took Washington to beat the Bears, then I think. I said Washington. They were going to have a good year, but
Yeah.
I think they start falling off. That's a real defense, Pitt's defense, and Tomlin's a great coach, especially on the road.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Russ guy, but we ride. Let's go with Pitt.
I'm taking the Commanders at home in a commanding victory. I think the
Steelers are
That was a good one,
going
Jake.
to steal the dub.
I don't like the Steelers' offense that good, but I know Russell Wilson's, I know he's been better, and they've been better, but I just don't. I don't know. I mean,
6-2 is pretty impressive for them so far.
6-2. They're great. Obviously, he said Mike Tomlin. We've always spoke highly of Mike Tomlin. He's one of the best coaches in the NFL. They're over 500 again, and they've had quarterback controversy. They're 6-2. But I just feel like the Commanders are a feel good team this year in the league, and I'm just gonna ride with the Commanders at home.
I thought Pitt was going to suck this year. I'm not going to lie.
I did not think they were gonna be able to score this year.
I didn't either.
I mean, but that was with Jeff One as quarterback. Now Russ has kind of
They're
changed.
both good.
Yeah.
They both.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh in this game. I like their defense. I like their defense against Washington. I think they're going to get a lot of pressure on Jaden Daniels. That's going to cause him to play a little bit quicker and make a few mistakes. I like Najee Harris. He's been running the ball really well. I bet they are wishing that they would have picked up his 5th-year option. And Russ has been throwing the ball decently well, a lot better than Fields. And I think that's going to get the job done against Washington on the road. Good win for the Steelers. Keep number 1 spot in their division.
Sneaky game right here.
Minnesota at Jacksonville. Jacksonville was down 22-0 last weekend and almost came back.
Trevor
and beat
Lawrence
Philly.
made
They're
one of the
fine
worst
there.
throws I've ever seen in the game. That was an interception in the end zone. They were literally at the 15-yard line to take the lead. It was 28-22.
Yeah.
I mean, he just throws a fade, but he throws it short. He doesn't throw it over, so where no one can catch it but his receiver. And I think it was first down, too. But, man, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Minnesota. Why, I don't really know.
I don't know. Maybe who are you taking?
Upset of the week, I guess I'm going to pick one here. I'm going to take Jacksonville.
I kind of like.
I'm going to take Jacksonville
I don't know.
at home. There's going to be a lot of Minnesota fans there, though.
I feel like I've taken Jacksonville a lot this year, and they've just shit the bed, and they kind of played shitty last week too. I mean, they just
Yeah.
Thomas playing?
Yeah, he's going to play.
They were able to come back in that game, but
That's a good pick. I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a tough game.
I'm gonna take it. Looking at the records, it shouldn't be a tough game.
records don't always mean
But
everything.
you're right. We've watched the Jaguars play, and they've almost won a lot of games. Like they're in these games.
Yeah.
And Minnesota's due. I didn't think
Minnesota's kind of been falling down.
Minnesota's
cliff,
kind of like a teeter-totter.
Yeah.
Like
I got a lot of Minnesota. A lot of my friends are fans of Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I'll take that.
Like Sam Darnold, I haven't believed in him. I told you guys as long as I could that the Vikings are the only team that started out 5-0 and ended up not making the playoffs. And they've done it numerous times, and they're on pace to potentially do it again this year.
I mean, they could.
They could do it again.
I mean, let's be honest. They almost lost last week.
Yeah,
I mean,
This is a different year, though.
I understand it's a different year, Lucas. Thank you.
I mean, just
I
the
understand.
air smells different this year.
I'm gonna take
Minnesota.
I'm gonna take the Minnesota Vikings. I'm not confident on this pick at all.
I really thought you were taking Jacksonville.
Me too.
I'm not confident with
All it
this
took
pick,
was this different year.
but I just don't. I don't trust. You know what? I don't trust Trevor. I don't trust Trevor
No.
Lawrence. So, I mean, it's week 10, so he is who he is. He's a great quarterback, but man, he makes.
I wouldn't say he's a great quarterback.
I think he's a good quarterback.
I'd say he's better than Jordan Love.
Well, if you don't throw brutal interceptions, you're better than Jordan Love. But Trevor Lawrence does a lot of that.
Yeah, they both do that.
They both do.
Thank God we're on a bye week this
That
week.
pick six,
Getting the
Packers
bodies
team.
right.
Jake-
That's one of the worst pick six I've ever seen.
Well, you
in my
must
life.
not have seen his one earlier this year. We did the exact same thing.
That was worse.
Up next, Titans Chargers. Tennessee is just brutal. I think. LA Chargers. I think they're going to win this game. They got a really good defense. J.K. Dobbins has been playing well.
Well coached.
Yeah, very well coached. Good defense. Tennessee.
They play fundamental football.
Yeah,
They do.
I got the
overall
Chargers.
well.
Jake.
I got the Chargers as well. I mean, they're sneaky. They're sneaky? What's their record?
Pretty good.
I think it's
Thanks, Lucas. Great statistic there.
second.
5-3.
I mean, it's just a sneaky 5-3 team. You know, you don't really hear much about them, do you?
They've only
They're
given up
national-
101
they're
points
boring.
this year.
They're boring. Yeah, the national meet. Nobody talks about them, and they're 5-3. I mean, I feel more people talk about the 2 and fucking measly 6 Miami Dolphins.
I'm gonna take Tennessee. I don't care. I hate Harbaugh. Who's quarterback?
Mason
Mason
Rudolph. Remember how big we were on Will Levis?
Remember when they upset?
I thought
the
Will
Dolphins?
Levis was going to be so
Dog.
good.
Remember when they upset the Dolphins 2 years
Yeah.
in a row in Miami?
The plus 7.5 for Tennessee is guaranteed.
So 2 Chargers, 1 Titans.
Big Tony Pollard.
He's
Bo Albert says Harbaugh is
That's
a
what I
scumbag.
like to see.
Let's
Bo.
see. Eagles at Cowboys.
America's team.
You're not going to have Dak Prescott in this game. You're going to have that man Cooper Rush. Philadelphia. No, probably not. Philadelphia rolling.
I don't know about rolling, but
I mean, they're pretty good
rolling.
win streak. They're rolling right now. I'm going to say they're rolling. Saquon Barkley's doing backwards.
you want to talk about
hurdling a
a
guy.
scumbag? Sirianni for the Eagles is a
Why?
scumbag. Oh, I can't stand that guy.
Why?
He is because he's just arrogant. He's booing his own fans because Eagles fans are brutal.
Did you see Franklin call out that
Yeah.
fan?
What's your name?
Oh, yeah.
What's your name?
You
But
sit here and talk.
scumbag.
I mean,
Yeah.
both
walks
these
away.
teams are both these teams are 2 of the most hated teams in the National Football League.
But Dallas is bad this
And
year.
it's because
I
of
love
their,
the
it's
Eagles.
because of their fan bases.
I'm taking the Eagles.
I mean, you got to take the Eagles. The Cowboys can't win at Jerry World.
Saquon Barkley might have one of his best career games against the Cowboys this week.
I
Dude,
mean, the
that was
Eagles-
one of the most athletic plays
It
I've ever
was.
seen last
What
week.
makes you say that?
Dallas has a terrible defense. They're going to be trailing this whole game. Philadelphia is going to be pounding the rock. Then they're going to get to the 1-yard line, and Jalen Hurts is going to do a QB sneak.
tush
And
push.
the fantasy players.
Dallas
are
is
gonna love
good
it.
at 425 games.
Not in Jerry
I
World.
just made that up anyway.
They're terrible at home.
They're terrible. They're the worst home team.
They've got
They're
outscored
probably
at home by
gonna
like
lose-
over 100 points.
They're probably going
last-
to lose 42-10.
So, yeah, just something bad.
They lose when they lose at home. They lose big.
Honestly, Dallas fans probably should prove a point and not even go to this game.
You're going to be memorized.
Mesmerized.
At how many Eagles
You're going to be
fans.
remembered.
Eagles fans. Half that stadium is going to be full of green. Watch.
All right, so we all got Philly.
Philly.
Money line.
Jets at Arizona. The
You
line's
gonna take the
even.
Jets?
The line's even.
What'd I
I'm taking
tell
the
you
Jets,
about-
baby. The Jets, Jets.
What do
They're
you
the
like
best
about
team.
the Jets?
They're the best team in the AFC East. They're the best team in the AFC East.
They're one of the worst teams in the league.
I'm just kidding, Jake. They're not the best team in the AFC East.
I
But
told you the Jets will jet.
okay,
Give them time.
and they're jetting in the right direction.
Oh, they're
I-
3-6.
and they're jetting in the right direction.
Oh, good God.
Just don't let them get hot. Look, there's a lot of feeble teams in the AFC this year. They're going to sneak into a wild card.
Oh.
Rodgers has done it numerous times before. You know he can do it. He's got Devontae Adams.
You're
He's got Garrett
talking
Wilson.
about two different franchises. Who one is on Mount Rushmore and one is in hell. There is a big gap between the Packers and
Look,
Jets.
Arizona is honestly a feeble football
I don't think so. Arizona's going to win that division.
Okay, so
I'm taking the Cardinals in a rout.
a route,
A rout. They kill the Jets.
10 plus.
Yeah, they can't. The Jets won't be able to score with Arizona once Kyler and
Harrison Jr.,
Harrison
McBride.
Jr. get it going. This team's good.
Arizona
Sauce
did run the
Gardner's
ball.
gonna completely lock up Harrison.
Sauce Gardner
Jets.
cannot tackle. You got the Jets?
If Harker's that confident in Arizona, yes, the Jets.
I don't like the Jets. They're terrible.
Well, they're better than the Dolphins. So
The
far this year.
record-wise, wait till we play them. We always beat the Jets.
I will take Aaron Rodgers over the Miami Dolphins
Oh, yeah.
any day of the week. I'll never forget when he did the
Did
fake
Arizona
spike,
win
went
last
down, and beat you guys back in 2014. We were at the game. Yeah, they
I'll
beat the
never
Bears.
forget when Ryan Tannehill took the Dolphins down and had a game-winning field goal in the year you won the Super Bowl.
Ryan Tannehill was not the quarterback that year,
Who
Jake.
was the quarterback?
He wasn't even in the NFL in 2010.
Who was it?
Probably Chad Eddie.
No.
I don't know, but it wasn't Tannehill. All right, Sunday Night Football, Lions, Texans. Lucas, you go ahead and
This is a good game.
you go ahead and go first. This is a good game.
Houston. Collins might play this week.
Yeah, that'd be huge. You get this back in the lineup.
It's a late game, primetime, late Sunday game. Houston's wearing red.
Those were badass uniforms.
Can't go wrong.
There's this thing that I've done. If I see a cool jersey, I'd pick that team, and for some reason it works. UCF, there's millions of teams. Houston.
Is that why Ole Miss is your favorite college team?
They ain't his favorite
They're
college
not my
team.
favorite college team.
He's a huge Ole Miss guy for
I'm
football.
a big Ole Miss guy. They're swaggy. They don't give a shit about nothing. They yell at each other. I like it. But Houston.
Go Lions. That's what Trevor says.
I mean, you could say they're the better team,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
It don't
they're not
always
going to beat
matter.
the hell out of every single team.
yeah.
Houston, it's a tough place to play. I don't know.
hmm
That dude can kick 75-yard field goals down there. Your kicker.
Fairbairn.
The Buffalo Bills game? What was that field goal to win the game? Like 65 yards?
Got a leg. I always argue that he's the best kicker in Texas, but the two best kickers in the NFL are in Texas. That's crazy. The air in Texas is different.
Lions, the last 4 games have had more touchdowns than incompletions. I seen that the other night on ESPN.
It's going to be ruined. This is where the NFL gets you. I mean, the shit's rigged.
For the Chiefs.
It does the opposite of what you think. It's not works.
Who you got, Cole?
I got Detroit in this one. I hope Houston wins for the Packers as far as the NFC North goes. But Detroit is playing really good football right
Yeah.
now. I'm just looking at it. The eye test, they're playing better football than Houston. They have a better offensive line. I would say right now they're healthier at the wide receiver position. I believe they're going to be getting Jameson Williams back this week. And then you look at their running backs. Now, Houston has a great running back in Mixon, but like the Gibbs and Montgomery 1-2 punch is sickening. Jared Goff is playing MVP level football right now. And like I said earlier, Stroud looks like a deer in headlights the last few years,
They're the
or the
best
last
team in
few
the league.
weeks. So I'm taking Detroit.
Their line is
Right.
fucking dog shit.
The
It is-
Lions,
it is
are they
bad.
are they the best team in the league?
Yeah.
I think so. I'm taking the Lions.
In the
In the NFL, yeah, I would say they're the best team in the NFL right now.
Yeah, I'm taking the Lions.
Monday Night Football, the Fish at the LA Rams. I got the Rams.
you got the Rams. Puka.
There's no way. There's no
Ready
way
to
Miami
go?
is even in this
Come
game.
on.
There's no way Miami is even in
In
this
all
game.
seriousness,
Yeah.
I think the over is going to be what is it, 60? It's going to be smashed.
The Dolphins will win. I think they'll win the game.
Yeah.
I haven't been
Why do you think? Why do you
just
think? Jake?
because season's on the line. Season's on the line. You got after this game, you've got 3 or 4 winnable games before you go to Packers. So
That's a winnable game. Jordan Love makes some of the most bonehead plays I've ever seen in my life.
look,
That's
the
a winnable
Dolphins
game.
with Tua have played well. They got to figure out how to win a game in the fourth quarter. And Mike McDonald needs to stop laughing with his fucking players on the sidelines. Okay, everything's not fun and games when you're 2-6. You haven't won a fucking playoff game in my lifetime. Quit laughing. Unserious franchise is what they are. Unserious franchise because it's Miami, the Heat, the sun, the beaches, the girls, the drinks,
the girls.
Miami. Everything gets like Tyreek Hill. He can't. Every time he's off the field, there's distractions in Miami.
Didn't he have 6 kids last year?
He's had 6 kids since he's been with the Dolphins.
What a dog.
I mean, there's distractions within Miami.
Stafford's good in prime time though.
I like.
Bo Welbert's got the Rams.
I like.
He thinks they're going to win.
We
the
think
NFC
a lot
West.
alike.
I like the Dolphins as an upset. Is it an upset?
It technically is an upset because the Rams are favored by 1. I do think there's going to be a lot of Miami fans there.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of Dolphin fans. They travel well.
But, I mean, the big thing for me in this game is I like McVay a lot better than I like Mike McDonald. So
Mike McDonald should be coaching it. His job should be at McDonald's.
I think he's a good coach.
I think he's terrible. I don't know.
They would be their record wouldn't be what it is if they had 2 the whole year.
that is
Right.
true.
I mean, they are good.
They probably have 4
their
wins.
offense,
It's good with Tua.
yeah.
Very
Anybody.
good with Tua.
A-Chain's a stud.
They remind me a lot of like Seattle and Miami are like to me the same, just a spread, fast-paced offense.
Miami should have went for 2 when they scored versus Buffalo. But our coach is soft and kicked the extra point to send it into overtime.
Tua's CTE won't be enough to overcome a healthy Rams team. I agree with
I
Mitch.
agree.
But Jake, I got to ask you this question while we're talking about the Dolphins. If they lose Monday night, okay, and they fall to 2-7,
It's over.
but do you just tank the rest of the year and get like a top 3 pick, and then you take Shadur Sanders?
No, you take Cam Ward.
Oh yeah, the Miami guy.
Isn't the trade
That'd
deadline
be a
over?
good pick. Yeah.
Look, I don't think you can. I don't think if this is their coach, I don't think they can afford to tank. And with Tua too, like, are you going to put Tua out there to risk injury for their injury and just say, hey, try to lose? Because with tanking, that's what you're trying to lose. I don't think the Dolphins would try to tank if they lose.
What was McDonald before Miami?
Mike McDonald was with the Niners, wasn't he? Was he the
Offensive
OC?
coordinator, yeah.
I feel like that's perfect for him.
I like him
That's his max.
because the players like him, but I don't like him on the sidelines laughing when
Hitting his
things aren't
vape.
going good, wearing the bullshit, like dress like you want to win, like
He wears the
He's
sweats and the
swaggy. It's
sweatshirts.
Miami.
swaggy. That's what I'm saying. Fucking
I would
Miami.
wear the fucking swim trunks
Oh,
if
he
I was
just dressed
coaching
like
that
Don
team.
Shula.
Hey, what would you do if he showed up
You know
to
what,
the
you
game?
know what they should do? A fucking turnover,
My dad said he's got sweet sunglasses.
turnover swim thing.
Mike McDonald. Him and Tyreek Hill will float off into the sunset, Miami.
He's one of the
because
best receivers
Ever.
in the NFL. Yeah.
He is, but
So Jake, if this continues to go south, who's the Miami Dolphins? Who do you want them to get next year as the head coach, or have you not thought that far ahead?
I don't think their
Shane
season's
Walker.
going to go as bad as you think it is. I think they start to rebound.
You have 2 wins.
And
Yeah, but imagine Ben Johnson coaching this offense.
I don't know.
Robert Sala.
I think the Dolphins finish like 9-7. I really do.
What?
Look at
9-7? I want to see their schedule the rest of the
They
year.
play the Jets twice.
What are they, 2-6?
My dad says Mike Tomlin. I don't believe that, Dad.
They
but-
play
Good luck.
They play the Jets twice.
Okay, all right. We're gonna
Miami
start right
would
here,
ruin
Jake.
him.
The Rams. Personally, I think you're gonna lose. The Raiders, that's a win. The Patriots, a win. The Packers, that's a
Don't
toss
know
up.
that.
That's a toss up. The Jets, that's definitely a loss. The Texans, that is probably I don't know. That's gonna be close. The Niners, definitely a loss. The
To
Browns,
Miami.
the Browns, a win, and then the Jets, another loss. Honestly, I think it's gonna be tough.
The problem is, do you think Tua makes it all year?
No.
I don't see a way he does.
I think-
And without him, he's a good quarterback though. When he's
Jake, everybody's asking in the comments if you've been smoking dope.
I've been smoking dope.
Yeah, that's what they're asking in the comments.
Hardcore, have you been smoking dope? It literally says that.
Mitch, the way you guys both looked at him after you said 9-7.
I don't know.
Yeah, that is insane, dude.
Packers.
What's their
their
Yeah,
record?
but Aaron Rodgers and Tua are completely different.
No, it was
Prime
last year,
Aaron
wasn't
Rodgers.
it?
100%.
No,
Prime-
last year was Love, and we were 2-6.
Okay. And they made the playoffs. Did they not?
Jordan Love's built different. He doesn't miss
different.
That
games.
team's
he
built
doesn't- well,
different.
yeah, but we'll tell that to the Pixar.
Our
and
team
the Rams.
our team is much better built than the Miami Dolphins.
I think two is a
Sure
better
up
quarterback.
front
though.
and in the trenches, but I don't know weapon wise.
Maybe not, but I'm just saying like our team. I would say we're deeper at wide receiver.
Probably deeper.
Yeah.
We've only
I'm
got
not, I mean, you guys are more
we've
top.
only got a
Who
good
cares?
one too.
Bo Melton.
Who cares about if you're fucking or if you're deep at receiver?
You guys got any
Look at-
last
look at the
last
Giants.
questions for us? I really don't have anything else this week.
Harkar's smoking dope.
Maybe have been.
Oh god,
Oh boy.
FFDM.
Jesus Christ.
I got nothing else. Everybody, thanks for joining. Next week, Mitchell Lucas will be on the podcast. Huge Denver Broncos fan. We're happy to have him on. Hopefully, everybody enjoys the games this week. And luckily, I won't be able to see the Packers lose this week, so that's good. All right.
Bye.